Hi guys, we are with the Evolve baby log. I didn't find videos about how to cover the stitch and this beautiful hair overlock, remalladora, whatever you call the beautiful the 8 threads. It's easy to handle when we understand the parts, and I ask God Almighty give us understanding for this. We can start now. So I said now for cover stitch, doing a beautiful work. You see, we need to training, practice. But the important thing is how to handle that. These cube reference are really good, but this is not made step by step. That means there are some points you need to pay attention when you're going to set the machine for the different stitches that made. First, you see the hole there is because I don't have the table for cover, so I use like that. No hook, nothing. If you have the extension table, well, you can put there. For now, something we never know is how take off the threads. We're going to take off the threads because we're going to change the stitch. For do that, put the needles up. You head with your hand and your hand well, and put the needles up. After this, down here, up the presser foot, and we're going to cut here, and cut here. We're going to start with this and tail the threads. Easy to remove, just like that. Now teach you quickly how I thread this machine. You need first to understand if have you ever had a serger, is normally go 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 needles, one the left, the right, the upper loper and the lower loper. And this one, we had additional this and these 3. 1, 2, 3. What does that mean? And this part, if you checking, this is for needles. The needles in this machine, there are 5 needles because we say 1, 2, 3 needles. We're going to call that C1, C2, and C3. Here, going the left needle, the right needle, the upper loper, lower loper, and chain loper. This is our bottom when we're going to make cover. It's there. You need to put this in this line. If I pull for the other side, it's going to make chain stitch, but because I had cover, I'm going to let it down. You see the mark? This is the mark, tell me where I am. This need to be lined with this. Okay. This is for the waves. We don't going to do that today. And this is like, is for the differential fit. You can play with that. What is the best according for the fabric you had? Normally that can be an N, it's neutral. It's like a card, Okay. Now we're going here. this is all our threads. This is just a snap here. If you don't want this part, you just stay off, but I like to lay like that to explain you what is this one. And the part of the back you're going to find here say chain needle 1. Here say chain needle 3. And in the back, this one is chain needle 2. That means needle 1, needle 2, needle 3 for chain. Chain needle. Don't forget, this is the chain needle. That means that 3 ones, when you have thread there, need to go over these ones, the left side. And this is the tension for that needles. Okay, now coming overlock needle number 2 and overlock needle number 1, upper looper, lower looper, and chain looper. You see? For me to not forget, I know these three additional in the back. Just with a tape, I put the name there. C needle 2. C is the mean chain. Chain needle 2, overlock needle, and upper looper. Just like that. The others, if you see, had the names as a being held for do this. Okay. Now we're going to start to make the cover loop. This one and the quick kit say cover stitch Y. That say I need to thread C1 and C3. That means chain needle 1 and chain needle 3. This is the means for C. Okay, we can do that. For do that, you put the thread how you want. So I'm going to put this chain needle 1 and we say chain needle 3. So is this one. Put there. Go up to the telescopic. Pass easily for that part. Just like that. Enter in the hole. Need to explain you something here. After you pass for the high peak, back to front, and we say chain needle 1. Well, this is 1, 2, and 3. So you take your thread and with the 2 hands and pull. Is all. You see? Just you need to know is there like that. It's important that it's that for my tension there. And because we're going with chain needle 1, we're going for the first way. Is this one. Is there. Now I'm going to do chain needle 3 to the telescopic down, and the same with the 2 hands held, pull there like that, you see, and because it's number 3 going in the last, the middle doesn't have nothing. They say you C1 and C2 needle. Now we come here. I have my 2 needles there. Now, this one, they say, chain, cover, stitch, needle. 1, 2, 3. Easy, you see. Number 1 here. Oops, that was for the wrong side. Because, you see, this is, okay. Put here and go for the way number 1. Number 1 is this one, this one, this one. Okay, this is 2 and this is 3. Now, pull here. We know the chain 1 is the green color for me. Push over this little hook to the back position. Back is the left one. Now use your special thread. Easy. Now I practice with this and I really recommend that this is beautiful how you can do that. Easy. Easy K. Look. K. We're in number 1, no? Now I pass for the last part, this corner here, because it's the left one, left to the left. Go here, take your thread with the arrow, there are 1 arrow here, or here, wherever side, but need to be like that. Like that, stay like that. Put the thread between the tips, like that. Now you let a little tension in your thread down the presser foot because you need to go there to the needle and a small pressure against the needle until it's there. You can hear when it's there. I don't see the looper there for the thread, but I imagine it's there. So I try with my finger and yes, I gotcha. You see, it's there. I like this thread, really, it's good. It's the most I like. Okay. Now the 3 cover or chain needle. You see there are, here is the 1, in the middle is the 2, and this other whole, this little is the 3. 3, go here now, and also in here there are a small letters say 1, 2, and 3. 3, again, a little pressure. Remember to take your threader with the arrow up. Pull your thread the middle, horizontal, and a little tension in the thread. Now against the needle, up. You see, I get a mistake because need to be in this horizontal with the arrow need to be in the top. Okay. Now against the needle, down, down, is there. Now with your fingers, or if you want this, these ones, the twister, you can take. I like with my fingers are no pink, so I can do like that. It's okay. Now I had the 2 needles already thread. Help with the twister to put under. and in the side. Now we're going for this other part. So suppose this you can move to the right and down, and this is the normal cover, go like that. But for cover, it's like a bother in my way. There are a little table, extension table for cover stitch, but I don't have, so I take off this. Here we find the parts for the loopers. This is the upper looper, lower looper, and chain looper. And according for our quick reference, say we need the chain looper tension that means we need that chain looper. Also we see the figure here, you see 1 2, we already do these two, we're going for this one, and you can find in the base how they change. This one is for like a vacuum, like I take the thread there to the loopers, so it's easy, and this move like that. U is the first one, that means it's upper, L is loper, and C is chain. And you know what is that, because upper, you can go there and you can check in, upper is this one. That means when you're going to use this thread that go over that part down to the upper is this one, the needle. This is the overlock needle 1, overlock needle 2, and this is the upper looper. This is the lower, is the corner. This is the way for do. And now chain looper go in outside. So make sure you have this and C is chain looper. C, remember always C in this machine is chain, no? For you understand how to do this. Now we're going to thread here. Take your thread, pull there, go up to the telescopic. You need to pull really. Yes, I can do without my 2 hands. I am busy with the camera, but oh yes, it's there. Always do that with all. Don't forget the point, really important. Now go for this part. This is the thread. Go upside, outside to inside. Take the thread to the back, the tail, like that, because now you need to go around this. This is the tension there, you see, there. Now no worries for where we go. There, here, and to the front is there. The tension is in cover. We already put in cover because we're going to make that stitch. Now we're going to this point. This need to be locked all the time when I'm going to use. I call him the vacuum because it's like a take the thread like a inside the holes. It's so beautiful how do. So for do that, you push this little pressure in here that showing here. Engage threading system. Set the threading port selector in U, L, or C. We are in C because we are in the thread is the chain 1. Insert 1 inch or thread into the threading port and push, but before do that, they don't say I need to do this first. Is push the Y button and this to the left. Move the hand well and push the Y button. Is there. When you move the hand well towards you and push here, this thing go to the left. Now I take my thread. Pay attention because you need not use a small amount. You need like a 22 inches of thread. Pull in the little hole. With your finger, you can help yourself and just like that. You need to know they need to be a little bit there. This thread is hang out there, don't let that go with nothing. And where go the thread? And the first time I say, God, that get messy. Where is the thread? I don't see nothing here for that thread. Well, you know, make sure open and the thread is there and the little bats over here. Because it's blue, you can see very well, but it's there. You just let that thread there. This is going to make the chain, so no worrying, is there. You just close, make sure the threads for the needles are there. Now tension is between, we have C1, C3 ready, leg 2.5 to 3.5. So we can go to the leg, is this button in the button part, and say 2.5 to 3.5. 2.5 to 3.5. Just so you move, I'm going to let in 3. Lock the blade, need to be locked. The width doesn't say nothing, but I put the letter M because I read part of the manual, need to be an M. Chain needle tension 4 to 6. So it's between 4 to 6, I put in 5. Chain needle tension and chain loper tension and cover. This one, chain loper tension and cover, and upper loper select down. Blade position lock sewing table, I don't have, and okay, upper loper selector down. I let that for the last moment, because if you do that, put down in here before you thread that, it's not going to work. So please remember, this is the almost last step. For do that, you take your right hand and you in the hand well, and first we need to disengage this. Doing that is that. Now you move your hand well until you see this is the lower position, this one. There, and put down. Okay, that is going to disengage that. And we're going to see if we made a good job. This is the steps. Close the covers, and turun, we see. Always when you're going to make cover stitch, remember, pull the fabric below the presser foot like that, the needles. Okay, do. Whoop. One moment. There, is there? Okay. Now, uno and two. A little, say like a 2 or 3. They say cut the thread. I don't know why I do without cut the thread and I do good, but if we're going to follow the instructions, we can cut the thread and continue. Well, that create a little different for what I had before. Oh, because I had the red one there. Yes. Is that, and the other thing is, always when you're going to start again, you had to put this thing, always the fabric under the presser foot. Again, this is the distance, wherever you want the distance. This needle is not was not in a good position. That thread there, it's okay. Again, we're going to, for the middle, and doing this thread need to be, you need to pay attention where are the threads, because now cut the threads. And we can finish here. This is cover stitch. So it's a little tension. If you check in and maybe or the thread, one of the needles is without like a, and this needle is out the needle, you just retread and start to do it again, and you can find the best way or the best stitch for cover for doing your projects. That's it all, guys. Thank you for watching. God bless you, and I hope that helped you with your overload, evolve, beautiful machine, and don't be like worrying about how to work with that. It's easy. Just checking after God will. I can make another videos how make another stitch with that. God bless you. Please continue pray for the world. Bye.